So, herzlich willkommen wieder zurück zu eurem Folie von Folies Gamerhaus zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play Sherlock Holmes, Crime and Punishments, Part 2. Wir haben uns beim ersten Mal recht gut reingefunden. Ja, ich denke mal, vom Mal wird es etwas besser. Ich habe es ein bisschen vorgestellt beim ersten Mal, wie ich bei den meisten Let's Plays mache. Immer als erstes so ein bisschen Hintergrundinformationen. So. Ihr findet mich natürlich auch auf Twitch, Facebook, Instagram und YouTube natürlich. Dann möchte ich mich noch herzlich bedanken an die Neuabonnenten, die dazugekommen sind. Ja, fleißig weiter mit liken würde mich natürlich freuen, beziehungsweise wenn noch mehr Abonnenten kommen. Finde ich es mega klasse. Ich denke mal, ich will nicht lange um heißen Brei reden. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall schon mal vorab, dass ihr wieder mit zuschaut. Ja, vielleicht lasst einen Like-Button da, wenn es euch gefällt. Ansonsten für Vorschläge und Anregungen bin ich sehr offen. Kritiken natürlich genauso. Ja, wir starten einfach mal mit Sherlock Holmes, Crime and Punishment Part 2. Viel Spaß dabei. Der schwarze Peter. Das ist auch übrigens auch der erste Teil von den Sherlock Holmes Teilen, die rausgekommen
These
sind.
are the suspect's belongings.
So, wir sind immer noch auf der Suche nach den
These abbreviations mean something, but what? These a pen, nothing unusual about it. A pen, nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
wir suchen ja noch den letzteren
A
Fall.
handkerchief with the initials JHN. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Okay. Auf jeden Fall aus den Beweisschubladen von hier.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet? How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Nee, aber vielleicht kannst du mir ja Hinweise geben. Bei dir jetzt aus, mein lieber Scholli. Also, was du beim Ein- oder Ausziehen will. Den Ring hatten wir gehabt. Da hatten wir ja die Stiefelabdrücke gehabt. Scharfe Messer. Oder von einem. Okay. Analysieren. Moment, Moment. Moment. Analysieren. 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 beim Leichenflatterer da noch irgendwas ist. So, bei dem werden wir auch wieder nichts finden. Wirklich. Vielleicht für spätere Fälle mal.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, ich glaube, ich weiß, wo wir hin müssen.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
So, da war das die Frau, die also beobachtet, beziehungsweise wir sie.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay, also das brauchen wir blau. Brauchen wir orange.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Okay.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Der Brief, den Handel bei seiner Verhaftung bei sich trug, ein Teil des Textes wurde mit Hilfe einer chemikalischen Lösung erfolgreich.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. My analysis table. It is useful for my work. This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Der Fall spitzt sich zu.
These are the suspect's belongings. handkerchief with the initials J. These abbreviations. A pocket. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. That's all for now.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Dann machen wir uns doch mal auf den Weg dahin, ne? So, das kennen wir ja mittlerweile, das Woodman's Lee, da waren wir auch schon mehrfach. So an sich finde ich das Spiel richtig klasse, es ist aber echt mühselig, die verschiedenen oder zumindest beim ersten Fall, kommt es nicht so vor, vollständig von A nach B zu reisen. Das ist der höchste Teil der Zeit, die man überhaupt verbringt. Jetzt kann man die Fälle viel schneller lösen. Aber ansonsten finde ich es ja, ja, prickelnd spannend. Ist zwar, wie gesagt, auch ein älteres Game, aber so das Gärtnerhaus, das ist normale Haus, es müsste doch hier sein. Er hat hier irgendwas versteckt. Bin ich mal
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Also ja, eine Kiste ist schon mal nichts.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded. Someone drank from this glass recently. Rum, a sailor's drink. Dundee. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. The tooth of a...
Ich finde jetzt gerade mal gar nichts. Am fernsten noch hinweisen kann, aber es ist ja das Kartenhaus eigentlich. Vom Kartenhaus erzählt.
Locked. Locked. Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here. Let us see what is in this box.
Also drehen geht, dann dreht man nur die äußersten mit.
bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Mein geliebter Liam. Mhm. Solange ich dich kenne, warst du immer so gut zu mir. Ich kann meine Gefühle nicht mit Worten ausdrücken, etc. etc. Angst davor, was passieren könnte. Ich habe Angst davor, gegen Gott und Gebote zu verstoßen. Mhm. Okay. Okay.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Gut. Gestohlene Wertpapiere.
Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone, please.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
I'm not saying another word.
Mr. Holmes?
Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings. These abbreviations.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet? How is the
Wait. Gibt's ja nicht.
At your service, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes?
Das sind immer noch 2 Fragezeichen. Die ich nicht beantwortet kriege. Das sind ja nur Tatsachen. Irgendein Teil fehlt mir noch. Du kannst 10.000 Mal hin und her reisen, um diesen Scheißfall zu lösen.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Oh.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Einige Zeit später.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
What should we do next, Holmes?
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I can't leave here dressed like this. I can't leave here dressed like this.
Das muss er sich der Generär nochmal umziehen. Ich wäre wahnsinnig.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
So, also muss ich umkleiden wie... als würde man da dazugehören. Okay.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to lose another 10 shillings?
Ich glaube, mehr Beweise werden wir auch nicht zusammenkriegen.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Achten Sie auf Ihr Gesicht. Probieren wir es nochmal. du Hund.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that. Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Goldenen Ring haben wir vorhin schon gefunden. Und im Gesicht war nichts zu finden. Das hat man. Kleidung. Jemals irgendwie an die haben wir ja. Ah, okay.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn. and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in a dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Also lasst euch nicht irritieren, die Internetverbindung, es kommt hin und wieder mal. Es geht weiter im Clip auf jeden Fall, definitiv.
Here. Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Aber hier ungeklärte Anwesenheit. Da haben wir es doch. uns aber noch ein dritter größerer Hinweis. Ah, schwierig, schwierig, schwierig.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet? I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Alle Hinweise sind gefunden worden. Jetzt haben wir die Hinweise natürlich alle schon untersucht. Aber irgendwie wüsste ich jetzt nicht gerade. so. Also kann man praktisch noch wählen, ob das ein kaltblütiger Mörder ist oder ob es ein Unfall gewesen ist. Na gut, die haben einiges gebechert, glaube ich. Ich gehe mal auf Gnade ein. Am nächsten Tag.
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't you?
Yes,
How?
the tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
The sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
Einige Zeit später.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug,
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
So, gefunden durch den Meister 16. Schlussfolgerung. Kerngedanke ist der Täter. Entscheidung. Gnade für ihn. Entscheidung bestätigen. Ich mache jetzt einfach mal Entscheidung bestätigen. Jawohl. So. das war's. Erstmal von mir hier. Mit dem ersten Fall von Sherlock Holmes. Crime and Punishment. Part 2. Ja, der erste Fall, der schwarze Peter. Hatte mich schon am Anfang so des Titels bisschen nachdenken lassen. Weil man sagt ja auch sprichwörtlich, man schiebt jemanden den schwarzen Peter zu. Deswegen hatte ich nicht, wenn sich das Ende jetzt so entwickelt hat mit diesem Mörder, dass es halt eben wirklich, ich sage mal, als Notwehr oder beziehungsweise mehr auf die moralische Schiene gegangen ist, als wie alles andere. Dafür hat er sich zu sehr korrekt verhalten, der Seemann. Okay, ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall schon mal fürs Zuschauen. Macht's gut, haut rein. Ja, natürlich mal noch gleich den nächsten Fall mitsehen. Das Rätsel auf dem Gleisen. So ist der nächste Titel. Beim nächsten Mal. Würde mich natürlich, wie gesagt, riesig freuen, wenn ihr wieder mit dabei seid. Macht's gut, haut rein. Ciao, sagt euer Fuli.